What's going on, Leo? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Leo, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. So Leo, it's your general energy week spread, or something like that. I told you, these intros are just going to get a little sillier as they go along here, Leo, so settle in. But this is your general energy weekly spread. And whenever you happen to come across this video, Leo, there may be a message here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Leo. So Leo, with this spread, we're just going to be pulling a few oracle cards and then we'll get some tarot cards for some details. But before I jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And then, in case y'all were curious, these decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested there, Leo. Oh, I'm with it, Leo. So you got the your first card here. You got the 7th card of Pisces, which is a baggage card. And with this card, this is a card of excess, unresolved issues, held together, preparedness, pack rat, fearing separation, heavy burdens, responsibility, necessities, prepared to go, next phase, and long journey. And you know, with this, Leo, just with that unresolved issues, you know, if we have any sort of like lingering things that we need to take care of, maybe some, oh, this could be a number of things. Maybe if we had gotten like an argument with someone, or maybe we just have some internal, just like healing that we want to do. Maybe just some vices or some things that we want to face. If we have anything along those lines, Leo, I feel like this energy is asking us to just really kind of, especially with us getting ready to come up on that Scorpio full moon lunar eclipse coming up on the 5th of May, depending on when you're watching this. This is a great time to bring up any sort of unresolved things that we may have in ourselves or maybe amongst others, and kind of air that stuff out. See if we can resolve some of these things, you know. But also, you know, I'm just feeling like, just thinking with like the next phase of the journey, you know, all of this, that long journey, heavy burdens, just really, if we have anything that we're carrying along with us, this could be any sort of like regrets, any sort of just heavy emotions or anything, you know, that we've just been kind of dragging on for a while. And it's been just really kind of, this gives me very kind of like almost like borderline kind of like 10 of Wands type of energy, you know, just that carrying that burden that's been draining our energy. Again, trying to let some of that stuff go, you know, because if you hold, just think with that pack rat, if you hoard all that stuff in, that's going to, it affects you over time, you know. And with life, we have to let the things that are no longer serving us a purpose, we have to let those things go so that we can make room for new. And this could be something, Leo, this could be even in like your physical space, you know. Have we been hoarding a bunch of stuff, you know? Are there some things that maybe you got some clothes that maybe we can donate, or maybe you just got to get rid of altogether? How's the attic looking, or your garage looking, or your normal place that we just sort of like your catch-all spot? You know, if it's a time, if we're in a place where we're just like accumulating stuff and we know we're not going to do anything with them, let's cleanse some of that energy, get some of this stuff moving, keep that flow moving. You know, thinking with Pisces, you know, they're the fish, and they gotta fish, you know, they gotta keep it moving. And so let's do the same thing, Leo. Let's get this energy, let's start cycling in some new stuff, just if that's something that's resonating with you. But let's get some tarot on this and get a little more details on this. But this is a great time. That's how we get ready for like the, you know, these cycles, Leo, when we go from, you know, next phase to next phase and keep growing. You know, it's a dance. You know, and then, you know, Leo, with this. It's not, we're not just saying, you know, like just throw everything out. You know, this is not just going to be like a purge. You know, be also thinking about what do you want to fill in this space with. You know, how do we want to, now that we've cleared all of this stuff, what do you want to do? You know, you got all that space in the attic. Maybe you want to do a fresh coat of paint on it, or maybe you want to turn it into a room, or, you know, just things along those lines, Leo. But yeah, let's get a little bit more on this. Because I think that sometimes can be too what can make letting go of stuff really hard, when we just think that we're just constantly like there's nothing that's going to come back in return. You know, be thinking about that kind of stuff. But let's see. Oh, Leo, that's what I'm talking about. You got coming out in a strong way here. So, because that's how we're going to go through, when we start cleaning out stuff here, then we can go through this ascension. You got the Judgment card upright, and then you got your card, the Strength card, and then the Eight of Wands in reverse here. And Leo, what better way to revitalize your energy, to get things moving again, especially if we've been feeling like life has been kind of stale, maybe we've been getting in a rut, or maybe just like internal energy's been feeling stiff, you know, or out external, whatever. This is how we do it with this Judgment card. The Judgment card is an ascension. It's releasing those old burdens. You know, there's another one in the previous deck that maybe 2 decks ago, the Astro Matrix, where it's like, it has all this like old stuff at the bottom, and it's like a phoenix rising. And that's what this Judgment, I like that it has this horn here, because it's like, Leo, here's the call. You know, are we going to answer to this transformation? Are we going to embrace this change? You know, because this is Pluto energy. And with Pluto being, you know, it be in the sign opposite from you, Aquarius, at least until the to the 11th of June, and really just going forward, Leo, this is a great time to think about, you know, how can we come into a stronger version of ourselves. You know, what is that, you know, the theme that I've been, you know, kind of talking about is just like, what does a high vibration, you know, your sign Leo look like? And then what steps do we need to take to get there? Because I tell you what, when you start making this space, and in both internally and externally, you know, making this space, things are going to start coming in for you a lot quicker with this Eight of Wands. You know, the energy is going to start moving, but it may take a couple of cycles, you know, just thinking with this is a moon in, or is this the moon? No, sorry, this is Mercury in Sagittarius. But even then, that still applies. Think expansively. You know, let's communicate what's that next big step looking like, and then let's start unpacking some of this stuff. You know, Leo, let's start growing. You know, because even too, you know, we can cling to just these regrets and these burdens, and it's just like, why are we clinging to that stuff if it's lowering our vibration? What is this fear of separation? Is it because you know, because it could be, you know, when we face this stuff, we realize that we can grow from this, and sometimes that can be a little, that can strike a chord, but that's growth. You know, that's a beautiful thing. It revitalizes you. It realizes that, you know, life doesn't just always happen to you. We can take control of the reins here and work with the energies and start getting us to that better place, Leo. So there's something to think about. Look at you. I like that, coming out in the strongest way, more. All right. I love that. How does a transformation look like for Leo? Great question. Let's get some more on this. You know what? Let's keep that energy moving. Have you hydrated, Leo? All right, let's see what else we have. Alrighty, Leo. Let's get it moving. I'm with it. We're packing our... Ooh, you know what, Leo? Hold on. Because we got the 6th card of Geminis here, which is the Train card. And with this card, this is a card of moving on, life's journey, new endeavor, going away, one direction, on track, focus, on time, keep going forward, going with the flow, inflexible, steady climb, and no resistance. And you know what, Leo? For some of you, just with how that's coming out, and even with the Eight of Wands, you know, maybe some of us, if you've been thinking about maybe traveling, you know, this doesn't have to, this could be any sort of distance. Maybe you want to go on a road trip, maybe you want to go camping, hiking. Maybe you want to hop on a train ride somewhere, hop on the metro, go wherever. Maybe you were thinking even of going abroad, whatever. But if you are thinking that, or, I say, Leo, let's go on a journey, because what better way to find yourself than to go experience life and go grow and go see things, I'm totally with that, especially with how you got very emphasis here on a journey. And you know what, Leo, if we're not going on like a literal journey, this could be going on a spiritual journey too, finding yourself. We got Saturn in Pisces and we have Neptune in Pisces. It's very spiritual energy. And you know what, we're getting ready to get to towards that first week of May. Venus is going to move into Cancer. That's a great energy too, to kind of really nurture yourself and really do a deep dive and kind of nurture any sort of like unresolved issues, heavy burdens, anything along those lines, Leo. So don't be afraid if we're not going on some kind of literal thing. Finding maybe some quiet spaces or some moments to just do those internal deep dives and just kind of figure out what kind of new endeavors do you want to take on? Has this journey been the steady climb that you want it to be? Are there some areas that we're being kind of rigid in? Just asking ourselves all of these questions, Leo, I feel like really is going to get you on a good track. And if we haven't, if we haven't been feeling on track, that's okay. And if we get off track from time to time, don't beat yourself up, Leo. It's nothing but cycles. We get back up that next day and just keep it going. We learn from that when we get off track and then get that chariot back on track. But let's get some tarot on this. Okay, Leo, let's see what we have here. Before we even get into it, come on, Leo, the sun. Come on, your ruler. Okay. Wow, Ace of Wands, Leo. Jeez. Leo, come on. This is Leo, let me tell you what's happening. I don't need, because I'm not even quite sure what's happening. You got the Empress, the Ace of Wands, and the Page of Swords in reverse. But you know what? You know how we're going to treat all that? With some sunlight. Bet. And you're going to put all this sunlight on you, Leo. And you know what? This is a time, really, Leo, to shine some light on any areas that don't have you feeling like your abundant self, like we can't. If you haven't been feeling in your highest form, if the energy has been feeling low, if you've been feeling like you've been in like a brain fog, like no kind of idea, like kind of like a brain fog or something along those lines, then let's get down to the root of that. Do we need to change up some things? Have we been just kind of, has life gotten a little stale? Have we not been challenged? What does that look like? Do we want to pick up because this could be a number of things, Leo. This is like, I really feel like with this Page of Swords popping up, I feel like that there's some, not that you're not thinking about these things, but if you have any sort of like ideas that you want to do or anything along those lines, don't sit on this energy. This could be if you want to start a new hobby. This could be if we want to start a self-improvement, some kind of self-care, whether that be getting outside more, taking care of the body, changing diet, getting more rest, whatever. Don't sleep on that energy, Leo, because there's something freaking big is getting ready to happen here. I mean, come on. And here's the thing. Trying to think where I even want to go from that, Leo. Just even thinking because right now, since Venus is here, since we just talked about her, Venus is actually in Gemini right now. It'll be in Gemini, I want to say, through the 6th of May. And what better energy, because the Empress is very much, she rules over Taurus and Libra. And I'm just thinking from more of the Taurus aspect, that investment, finding that security. She's all about, this is great energy for like investing in furthering knowledge if you want to improve anything along yourself, Leo. Come into this energy here. There's opportunities, and I don't feel like even just like opportunities that can be like presented to you. These are opportunities that I feel like you can create here, because that's what the Empress does. Like, yes, she's gonna is she all about co-creation, working with opportunities? Of course, but there might be an Empress. If an Empress has presented you with a let's say we got something for work, maybe they're like, hey, we have an opportunity for you to travel, things like that. Broaden your horizons, Leo. But I do feel like with this energy, just something, this more so feels like that if you haven't been feeling like, really like abundance, or that like life has been moving, or we haven't had that motion, then let's create some motion. Let's create, because that's really, when you think about, like, when I think of the relationship between Venus and Mars, Mars is represented by the Tower. Mars goes through and gets rid of any baggage that's no longer serving us a purpose. We remove any burdens, any things that are holding us down, so that the Empress can come through and bring love and abundance and beauty and art and creativity. And Leo, we talk about this. You're a creative sign. So even just doing some creative endeavors, I really feel like and making it a routine, like carving out, like maybe, I don't know, once a week, let's start off there, maybe 30 minutes, or I think 30 minutes would be great. Doing something that really brings you joy, that can fill up your cup and really make some space for some new, because here's the thing, abundance can't come in if we hold on to old things, if we don't make the space. It's like trying to, when we're building on, like, already rocky it's hard to integrate like that, Leo. So really a lot to think about here, where you want to take this energy here, with how does, you and your Empress energy look like, and trust your intuition. Listen to that creative voice inside you, that inner child, and that might be something too, Leo, just thinking about this energy with what's happening with this Scorpion full moon lunar eclipse. There may be some old, when we're talking about old baggage and stuff, there might be some old, maybe some childhood things. Like, I don't know if I had mentioned that, but just since you got the sun here, your energy can be very childlike energy. So that's just something to think about too. But even with that caveat, don't let that be something like, oh my goodness, this is going to be a tough time. No, this is going to be a cathartic time, and a time of expansion, of a really impressive growth here, Leo. So yeah, don't sleep on that. Be thinking, just kind of, these next, just always be thinking about what's, if we feel like we've kind of plateaued, how do we get out of that funk here? Alrighty. Let's get your last Oracle card here. Yeah, Leo, you're getting ready to, I don't know what, about to really come into your energy in a big way here. I dig it. How appropriate for you, Leo. You have the fourth card of Scorpios, which is the cat card. And with this cat card, Leo, this is a card of apathetic, disinterested, aloof, my way or the highway, bored, unflappable, cool cat, unaffected, not my problem, what I want, when I want it, cool and calm, and disengaged. And with this, Leo, if life has been feeling sort of meh, this cat card gives me very kind of Four of Cups vibes, when we just been sort of like lost that when life has kind of lost that zest or that flavor, like it's just become sort of everyday, life has become so routine and predictable, and it's lost that sunshine. And if that's something that's resonating with you, or if you find that you find yourself in a funk like that, then this really, because this energy, it doesn't feel like that this is something that's getting ready to necessarily just like happen to you like a tower moment. I feel like that this is, if you're feeling this way, like feeling just the energies become stagnant and bored, then bring some excitement in your life. What would make you jump out of bed every morning? What would get you pumped? What would get you, making the sun rise? There's got to be something, and and we have to do Like, even if, doing that, because Scorpio, just even think it was Scorpio and Pisces energy, ain't even Gemini energy, all very intuitive energy. And I think with Scorpio, there's even more so with Scorpio, dealing with that, they do like a deep dive, when they're getting to the root of whatever, when they're trying to bring sunlight on things. So yeah, there's something in there. I mean, that's one of their rulers, Pluto. And I want to say, I gotta verify this, but I want to say Pluto is exalted in your sign, Leo. But I gotta look into that. But regardless, that to say is going to be exalted right now, because I feel like this energy is in your hands. This is really a great time for you to add any sort of color, excitement, to do something fun, whatever that looks like for you. But let's get some tarot on this. Because you could literally have what you want when you want it. You just got to manifest it. Like for real. Like, it's the world. You're the sun. The world is your oyster. What do you... Come on, King of Cups. Royal. Let's... Right. So, okay. We were talking about this eclipse stuff and Saturn in Pisces, because that's what this card is. 8 of Cups, Saturn in Pisces. If there's something that we need to let go, Leo, that's preventing us from moving into that next step, because this and it's interesting too how we were talking about all this eclipse energy. The 8 of Cups has an eclipse here. Be thinking about this stuff, Leo. What's holding you back? What's hindering you? What's if there anything that... Do a deep dive. The King of Cups, he's the type, he's thrown down an ocean. If there's something that's, a miss, that's not quite functioning right, he's going to observe what's going down. We're going to analyze this thing, and then we're going to let it go. We're going to get the growth from it. But this is something where he's almost kind of like a card of meditation for me, because he's a really good combination of like the head and heart. He's like emotional wisdom at its finest, So be thinking about that, Leo. What can really help you get in your King of Cups and really your Empress energy, your energy. Come on. But what can get you, come on, Sun and Leo. More. I love it. All right, Leo. Last little bit here. You got the 2 of Cups in reverse. We're going to switch back over. Because with this 2 of Cups in reverse, is 2 of Cups? Yeah, it is 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups in reverse. This can be, for me, like a card of, really seriously, how you got your ruler and yourself coming out here. I really feel like this is an energy of coming to getting that connection, that internal connection with your higher self, and coming into getting just a stronger inner knowing of the abilities and your intuition and all of these skills that you have at your disposal. And then let's start refining some of those things. Let's start seeing what that next phase in your journey looks like, because it's going to be a long journey, this growth here. But the energy's here for it, the abundance is here for it, and you have, come on, sun strength, you have the vitality for it, because that's your vitality, your life force. So, and don't sleep on that energy, Leo, that solar energy that you have. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave that there. But really, this is a great opportunity to think about, what do you want to manifest? What do you want this world to look like? Let's bring some beauty into this thing. So Empresses are artistic. Like, I'm with it. I could stay on this all day. But I'm going to leave that there, Leo. And give that a thumbs up. Let's get this message spreading around here. Like, Leo, this is really, really strong here, what you're bringing. And then if you know someone who's maybe been kind of dragging some things along, been needing to let some things go, let's share this stuff. Let's get Leo's, let's get you basking in the sunlight, embracing that change and going into that growth. And then, while you're lying in the sun, subscribe and then hit that bell button. You get notified when I release videos each week. And then I'm on this meditation app, Insight Time. I've been on there for a long time, and I created this group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And it's just a group to drop like positive affirmations, little pockets of sunshine. I already posted a bunch of stuff in there, so if you need even just like a little pick-me-up while you're going through this spiritual journey here, absolutely it's there for you, Leo. And again, that's on the app Insight. Insight Timer. It's a free app, and the group is called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And as it grows, I definitely want to do something with like the Empress and I got some ideas cooking up with all types of stuff. So yeah, definitely check that out. And all that's in the description box if I didn't say that. And then last little bit, if you have any Cancer in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, wherever, Leo, come on over to my other channel, The Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans. It's a good old time. And all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get you some prize cards here so I can get you out of here. Queen of Swords. Got the Queen of Swords in reverse here. And while we're talking about that, I'm gonna shuffle for your Oracle card. But while we talk, let's talk about this Queen of Swords in reverse. Because Leo, this is a great time if we want to think about, what direction do you want to? The Queen of Swords is always looking to the future. She's in, it's not in this deck, but there's another deck. I'm saying that same one, that Astro Matrix one I was talking about. There's like a sun that's peeking out on this side here. And that's where she's always facing. She's facing towards the sun, towards the future. And that's where I feel like that this Queen of Swords is asking you to do. What does that future look like? Where can we get more knowledge for ourselves? Where can we become more balanced, more harmonious? This is Libra's card. And then let's work on this thing. This is the Queen of Swords. I like to talk to her. She's like a Libra with a Virgo moon. And she's gonna make her self-care and this growth a routine here. And then you got the Protect card for your Oracle card. And absolutely, not even just like protect, like I feel like, definitely be aware of any sort of, because you got quite a few people here, be aware of any sort of like people who want to maybe manipulating energies or, anything that lower your vibrations, any black widows or anything along those lines. But I feel like this is more so too, just like make sure that we cherish this energy that you're working with, Leo, and realize what a gift that is. And that, because all of it, how it all manifests is so special. And it's really is, you're bringing the sun. So you really, don't never forget that. What a gift that really is, Leo. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that there. I like that nice little ending there. So you stay safe out there and really be cooking up some stuff there, Leo, and raise your vibration through the roof, because the energy's here for it. Absolutely. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.